There we go. How do I play it again? This one got a little further. Oh, there we go. Come on. Here we go. This is like the imploding building. More detail. Let me go in here, hit that thing. There, now that it should revolve. No, there. That ain't what I wanted. How did you jump there? I want there. Come on, go to beginning to end.
Niagara Falls challenge trick. Here's a quick recap of what happened. David Copperfield arrives by helicopter, landing near the edge of Niagara Falls. He announces he'll attempt something never done before, an escape from a steel box chained to a burning raft with a jet ski attached. Locked from head to knees, only his arms and legs are visible. Once the raft hits the rapids, he claims he'll have under a minute to break free, detach the jet ski and race upstream. All in one continuous shot with no camera tricks. The raft is released, flames spread, and Copperfield struggles as it speeds toward the falls. The jet ski never detaches, the raft plunges over the edge, and everything vanishes into the mist. Until a helicopter emerges moments later with Copperfield hanging beneath it, alive and unharmed. So how did he do it? Well, if you watch closely, from the exact moment he makes the claim that there will be no camera tricks involved, you'll spot something fishy. Here's the first example. Now here's the second example. Do you see a cameraman visible anywhere other than the four assistants and David Copperfield? No, right? The footage shows only one cameraman above the audience, yet moments later he appears on Copperfield's left side, and the same odd jump happens when his feet are chained. Based on what we're shown, the cameraman should be positioned way over here, hovering above the crowd, not suddenly peeking right down at Copperfield's feet from up close. Again, in the shot before Copperfield claims there'll be no camera cuts, a chain is visible, but right after the jump cut and close-up, it's gone. And if you look closely at the ring clamping him down, the gap between his belt and the ring changes. Before the jump cut, there's space, but afterward, the ring sits much closer to his belt. Furthermore, in that mist, you can spot a blur transition, which hides a jump cut, leading to the final clip of Copperfield hanging from the helicopter. If you haven't figured out by now, here's the secret. Once Copperfield walks onto the platform and his wrists are chained, the chains themselves were never actually locked. You can actually see it. In this exposed perspective, the lock is only attached through one link of the chain, and not even properly. This zoomed-in shot is immediately cut off and replaced with later footage, making it even harder to notice. A follow-up shot shows his legs being chained, but this close-up of the lock linking the chains was filmed later in post. Right after the jump cut, the leg chains don't look properly linked, making that proof pointless, since the shot was filmed separately. Once he's enclosed, only his hands and legs are visible, and faking those is common. The switch happens right after the close-up, when the shot jumps to a wide view of him already in position. The legs you see sticking out are fake. So where are his real legs? They're hanging, hidden below the platform, inside a false bottom, at least temporarily. Since this footage was filmed later, the audience was no longer present, and to be honest, never really matter anyway. If you're wondering whether the audience saw him escape or noticed his legs below the platform, they didn't. because the audience wasn't there anymore. Even without the audience, Copperfield still had to fool TV viewers, which is why the shot suddenly shifts upward, cropping out the area beneath the platform while keeping the contraption centered. This clever camera move hides the only escape spot, the trapdoor beneath the platform. Later, as the platform nears the falls, you can spot the fake hands and legs being pulled back inside. The ring you see near Copperfield's knee is actually attached to the fake legs. You'll notice two black strips on the platform that stop right where the ring connected to the fake legs is positioned. These black markings are actually two thin conveyor belts wrapped around the top surface of the platform. By turning the conveyor belt on remotely, the ring and the fake legs attached to it are pulled horizontally across the surface. This mechanism makes it look like Copperfield is pulling his legs in as the platform nears the falls, while his hands were manually lifted as the shell was placed and locked by his assistant. Now, this lock, once released, allowed the hands to fall back into a hidden compartment inside the shell using simple gravity. The hands were mechanical, moving repetitively like the fake legs. While discussing the rings, there's another slip-up. The neck ring wasn't secured to the base and shifts upward slightly as he's covered. Now, what actually happened inside the shell was this. Copperfield opened a trapdoor located underneath him, a panel that opened downward, allowing him to jump straight through to the underside of the platform. His legs were already hanging down below, hidden from view. Once the trapdoor opened, he didn't just drop immediately, he carefully clung onto the hidden handles underneath the platform to control his descent. After lowering himself out of sight, the camera zooms out as the empty contraption drifts toward the falls. Now for the finale. I actually have been provided behind-the-scene footage by Iron 7 of the actual trick as it was filmed live. You can clearly see the entire stunt was staged. You can actually see in this behind-the-scenes footage that Copperfield is already hanging from the helicopter at the same time he is supposedly still inside the contraption. This clearly shows that the entire trick was staged and that Copperfield did not actually escape from the contraption himself. It also reveals that certain parts of the stunt were refilmed. In one particular scene, you can see the platform being pulled back, which means one of the platforms was actually dropped into Niagara Falls during the original performance, while a duplicate platform was later pushed toward the edge and then retracted for the refilmed segments. Behind this mask, only the truth remains till we meet again.
This is a meal